How's it going, everyone? My name is Mulder and welcome to our Rocket Arena gameplay tips and tricks Plink beginner's guide. In this video I'll take you through a beginner's guide look into Plink and his 3 abilities and how best to use them. This video again was heavily requested by you the viewers, so keep them coming down in the comments. To quickly go over Blink's abilities, he has Scrap Rockets, the Boomerang, and the special ability Skedaddle Ball. We'll go over how best to combo these abilities against your opponents, along with the fact of telling you which 3 artifacts I'm using currently to make him a little bit better of a frontline fighter. All that and more straight ahead. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for a lot more. Now without further ado, let's dive into our Rocket Arena tips video on Plink.
In the lead.
Let's kick things off with his abilities. His primary attack, which is called Scrap Rockets, operates like a machine gun. It can shoot up to 15 rockets in rapid succession, which, with 2 full magazines, can take out an opponent right out of the arena. Also too is that the Scrap Rockets can lock onto a target provided that they're shot within a close proximity of them. A great thing to combo the Scrap Rockets with once you need to either reload or follow up with an attack is the Boomerang. The Boomerang is going to be your ultimate finishing attack with this character. The Boomerang can actually do double damage because once the Boomerang is thrown and hits a target and returns, it can actually hit that target on return, either finishing them off or doing heavy damage. Another great thing about the Boomerang is that if an opponent's hiding behind cover, you can use the Boomerang to bounce off of objects to where it hits the target from behind and then returns to your hand, getting you the KO. Now let's talk about his special ability is the Skedaddle Ball. The Skedaddle Ball is his teleportation ability. It is best used in 3 different ways. The first and most obvious one is it allows you to travel halfway across the map at will once you throw the ball high in the air. This is great for games like Rocket Ball or Mega Rocket where you have to get to one zone to the other in rapid succession. The second best use for this ability is to save you from getting knocked out of the arena. If you're in the middle of a fight of 2 or more opponents and you're losing it, throw your Skedaddle Ball far away from the fight and then immediately press the button to teleport there and get away from the fight. This will save you from being knocked out and gives you the chance to heal up or at least collect some items to go back into the fight. The third effect of Skedaddle Ball is that it can actually be used as a frontline attack. If you're taking on an opponent and you want to close the distance with them, throw the Skedaddle Ball directly at them. Once the Skedaddle Ball is within about 5 feet from your target, immediately teleport there. Once you teleport, the arrival will actually blast back your opponent, doing some damage. You can combo this ability then following up with your Scatter Rockets, keeping the target in the air, and then finish him off with your Boomerang. Another great combo to use the Scatter Ball is for flanking. If you have multiple enemies coming at you in one distance, throw your Scatter Ball past them, teleport behind them, and then use your Boomerang to scatter your opponents. Follow up with the Scrap Rockets on the weakest opponent you can find. Using this combo, I've actually been able to get both double and even triple KOs. So really use the Skedaddle Ball to your advantage when trying to flank your enemies, and then use the Boomerang to scatter them, and then use the Scrap Rockets to take each one of them out one at a time. Playing through my time using him, he's an excellent frontline fighter, although he's not the strongest. The one major weakness about Plink is that he has very low health. He's not as squishy as say Steam, but he definitely can't take on as much punishment as say like Blastbeard or Izel can. The best characters to combo Blink with is to either with Izel or Blastbeard, or having someone like say Kai giving sniper cover. Definitely try to use Plink for both close and medium range. And trust me, you will have a blast and rake high KOs with this character provided you use the combos I mentioned earlier. Using his 3 unique abilities to get those combos is great, but now let's talk about the 3 artifacts I'm currently running with him. The first, because his health is a little low, I use the Hunter's Idol. This reduces incoming damage and impulse taken in by your character. This has been a lifesaver for me whenever I've been surrounded by enough opponents and I needed to escape, but I needed a few seconds to sum up my Skedaddle Ball before I could use it. Hunter's Idol is definitely a great thing to use for Plink if you need to make an escape. Next up is Unstable Canister. This allows you to deal more damage the higher your blast meter goes up. This is great for Plink given the fact that because he can travel around the map so quickly and pick up items and activate them, along with his abilities being so devastating like his Scatter Rockets and Boomerang, you're definitely going to love having Unstable Canister increasing your damage output, getting you double and even triple KOs. Now what's even better to stack that damage on top is of course the Boom Bit. Boom Bit, as I'm seeing a lot of people run around with, is that when you get a KO, it boosts your damage up. Stacking this on top of Unstable Canister and you will be a powerhouse playing as Plink on the field. Really take your time and be smart in how you play as Plink. His abilities are powerful and fast, but his overall health is really low. Really try to combo your Skedaddle Ball and your Boomerang together when you spawn on top of an opponent. And the moment your opponent's trying to make a dash and get away, use your Scatter Rockets to finish them off, or use your Boomerang once it resets and simply just blast them off the arena. Using Plink to close the distance on enemies from afar, flanking your opponents, and using his overwhelming firepower, and you will dominate as this character in no time. There's a reason why you're noticing a lot of Plinks on the battlefield every time you play. He's just that good. And that's all the time we have today for our Rocket Arena gameplay tips and tricks Plink's beginner's guide. Because so many of you have been requesting it, the next video will be focusing on Rev. We have 5 more characters left to go, so whatever order those videos come in next is up to you. So definitely drop a a comment below. We do all sorts of gameplay tips and tricks on this channel, so I hope you subscribe. And definitely stick around because we're doing more videos on the latest games coming out like Pathfinder, the new Marvel's Avengers game, Cyberpunk 2077, Watch Dogs Legion, and much more. But until then, we have another Rocket Arena tips video on its way, so definitely stick around, and I'll see you then.